Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this special live broadcast. Parents and teenagers struggle. Parents and teenagers struggle. We'll have our guest shortly, Mr. Duke Henshaw Dorasimi, the president of Prolific Teens Initiative, a very wonderful woman of God in this journey. She has a very good, strange burden for teenagers, someone I admire so much. We've been together for a particular number of years. I didn't really know she was involved in that ministry until after I started seeing her consistent post online and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, I didn't link up with this woman of God. So we'll have her shortly. We'll have her shortly. She's here to join. Send the link to her already. Send the link to her already. Okay. Could be network issues. Let me try send the link to her one more time and see how it works. And she just joined us not quite long ago. Yeah, welcome. Don't forget to share the link, drop your comments. We are still waiting for our guest. She's here to join us. She joined not quite long, but she left. We are still trying to set up, so she left. So she'll be with us shortly. I'll just send the link to her. I'll just send the link to her. Yes, so she just responded now. She'll be with us shortly. Copy the link, post on your Israel, I see you, I see you, thank you. Copy the link, repost on our group chat. Let them know that we are live. Copy the link, repost on our group chat. Can you hear me, Israel? If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section. You can hear me. If you can hear me, just let me know in the comment section that you can hear me. So fire on as we wait for our guest. Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're still waiting for her. She has seen my message. She has acknowledged it. She'll be with us shortly. So this issue is a very serious one, and whenever I give topics like this, whenever I come out online to talk about issues like this, I don't just come out like this, right? It comes from a burden. Whenever I see parents and teenagers struggling to associate, right, struggling to understand themselves, it bothers me a lot. It bothers me a whole lot. I'll give a practical example. I was where I stay, my neighbors. So some some weeks ago, I was coming back from school. I think it was in the night period. Then the woman she had this last born, 14-year-old, 15-year-old boy. The guy does not respect his mom, does not like respect her at all. And something happened that night, and the woman took this child into the house, was beating the guy. Say, kneel down there. I was just wondering in my heart. Kneel down there, different kind of things. The guy too was talking back at the mom. Kneel down there, the guy will not listen. Wetin I do now? Nigerian language. Wetin I do now? Different kind of things. But I would just wonder in my heart, what will result to this kind of disagreement or this kind of what will give a teenager such confrontation to be talking to his mom this way? I don't know if you understand. What will give a teenager that your mom is telling you to kneel down? I know maybe what she may be doing at that moment is she's trying to discipline you and it could be in the wrong way. But at the same time, For that teenager to be still standing up and saying, "I'm not going to kneel down," no, it means something is wrong, and it means there is a breach that needs to be covered somewhere. So this topic is right. Is because of these issues I decided to come up with. Okay, our guest is with us. Okay, ma. Mommy, good afternoon, ma. Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, I can hear you. Good afternoon.
So sorry for everything, ma. Sorry for everything, the delays and everything. I'm so sorry, ma.
No problem. I can understand.
How you doing, ma? Hope you are good, ma.
Very, very well. Very, very well. How are you too?
I'm fine, ma. I'm fine, ma. So, guys, I was saying something about mommy before she came up on board. She's someone that I didn't know she has this strong burden for teenagers until recently. I started seeing her posts. I've seen some flyers on our church teenagers group chat. Like, wow, mommy has this burden for teenagers, and we've been together for a while. We attend the same church back in Akure, so we've been together for a while. We see her, wow. So I never knew until I started seeing her posts. Started following, seeing her organize special program for teenagers. So there's someone that have burden for teenagers in Akure like this. So I was really inspired. Then when I was thinking about, okay, I need someone that will come to talk to me on this matter, because if I'm coming alone, I need someone that will stand up for the parents to speak out for them. Okay, oh, this is what parents are going through in the hands of teenagers. This is why they are not being respected. And so I was just thinking, who will I bring up? And God just put her name in my heart. I have to go and look for her number and just contact her immediately. So, mommy, thank you so much, man. You have been amazing. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, yes, ma'am. So, mommy, I was saying something before you came up. This topic is a very serious one. It's a very, very serious one. In fact, I will not say Nigeria. I will not say Africa. Everywhere generally, where we see teenagers not connecting with their parents, where we see parents not connecting with their teenagers, we see misunderstandings. We see disrespect coming from teenagers to the parents. We see trust issues coming from both parties. And well, in fact, I have to cancel some teenagers, and they'll be like, "I hate my mom. I hate my dad," because of the things that they are going through in the hands of their parents. I was counseling a teenager some weeks ago, and she was telling me something her mom did to her. When she brought it up, I was like, "What? Your mom will do something like this to you, her child?" I was even thinking, did this woman give birth to you? When she told me everything that happened that day, she said her mom brought her in front of a mirror and was telling her that she is not beautiful. Can you imagine that now?
Yeah,
And she was crying to me in my
that's a,
DM. Can you hear me? Ah, network, please.
can you hear me?
So, yes, I can hear you now, ma'am.
All right, all right. So I'm listening. I'm
So she was
listening. I said that's a serious.
she, yes, it is actually. She was crying to me in my DM that how could her mom do something like this? Her mom took her in front of the mirror. I was telling her, look at yourself, you are not beautiful. I was like, your mom, you are sure this woman is your mom? I didn't ask her directly, I was just asking in my heart, are you sure this woman is your mom? And when I checked the picture, I was like, this man looks like you now. Definitely she's a mom. So what would cause a parent, a mother to be treating her teenager, her child that way? And because that teenage years that's like the stage for the esteem of teenagers to be built. That's where you strengthen their esteem, give them identity, give them self-confidence. If a mother is now doing something like this to her own child, a teenager, a lazy for that matter, oh, it's really going to speak volume over our life. So that's why I set up this podcast so we can talk about it. How can we close that bridge? How can we close that gap? How can we bring parents and teenagers to have this beautiful relationship, to have this beautiful connection where trust can be established between the both parties, where there can be love, mutual respect from both parties. So, mommy, I will want to hear about your suggestion. What do you think about this particular issue, ma'am?
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, that example was a great one. Was a great one. And I think that teenager should be on board now. Is she on board?
She's not on board yet, but
Please
she will.
make her. She needs to hear this and she needs to see this. All right. So once again, I want to thank you for having me around. I am Minister Oluwadunsi Dukensho, and I have a passion for the teenagers. Of course, Pastor Wale, what you have seen that make you have that passion for them, I think we are on the
Mm.
same page. That's the same thing I have seen that made me have passion for the teenagers. We have this struggle outside there. You have so many teenagers missing it outside there. And why? Because of the background. Why? Because
Mm.
of their, let me say, because of their background, because of the training that they have. Because I had some research on them and I have my statistics, and believe you me, 90% of teenagers are into what they are into because of bad parenting. Because of
Yes.
bad parenting.
Yes.
Yes, because of bad parenting. So let me start by saying, what is parenting itself? What is parenting?
Mm.
Parenting is the act of nurturing a child. Is the act of nurturing, of guiding, of supporting that child. That's what we call parenting. If you are not doing those three, then you are not parenting a child.
Mm.
A parent should be a support system. A parent should be a person that nurtures. A parent should be a person that guides a child
Mm.
from, of course, from childhood to adulthood. That's parenting. And of course, we have teenagers, as we have called them. We have teenagers. And so we have the age brackets, the teen
Mm.
ages
Yes.
from
Mm.
13
Mm. Mm. Wow.
to 19. Those are the teenagers. But of course, we can have some facets. We can have some 12, 11, let's say from 10 years, because this generation from 10 years, they are matured already. Do you understand
Yes,
me?
ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
10 to 20 years, those are the age brackets of teenagers. But we have it more from 13 to 19. This struggle is in those ages. So you give an example of a parent that took a child to the mirror and tell the child is not beautiful.
Did it too. She did it.
That's a big one. That's a big, because number one, the self-esteem is down, is low,
Sincerely,
very,
ma'am.
very low.
It's deep down. Yes.
Very low. Moreover, coming from your parents, coming from your own mother,
Mm.
that's abuse.
That's abuse, actually.
That's that's child abuse. So let's stay together. Let's learn one or two things about these parents and teenage struggles. You give another example of a parent that the mother was saying, kneel down there, and he said that I will not kneel down. Okay, kneel down there, I will not say kneel down. I wouldn't want to say the teenager is right. The teenager is wrong for disobeying the parents. But honestly, the
Yes, ma'am.
larger part of the problem comes from the parents.
Yes, actually.
Comes from the parents. Fine, the teenager has offended you in a public space. If you are a good parent, I'm sorry to sound this way, but we really need to hear the truth.
Yes,
If you
ma'am.
are
We
a
need
good
to.
parent,
Not hold back now.
if parents, you will not subject your child to disgrace outside. You might feel the child is disgracing you outside, but there's a way around it. There's a saying
Yes.
that says two wrongs don't make a right.
Yes.
Do you understand? The
Yes,
child
ma'am.
on his own part have done it on the level at which the child is mentally, psychologically, physically. The child is not more than a teenage child. Just the head is telling on the child. But you as a
Mm.
parent, you are more matured. You are a parent.
Yeah.
You should know what to do. You should know how to go about that situation. I don't know if you are getting my point.
Yes, ma'am. I am.
If you are, yes, if you are saying that this child disgraced me outside, what led to that disgrace outside? There's something that has gone wrong in your parenting.
Mm.
If your child does not have respect for you, something has gone wrong with your parenting, and you now correcting that child in a public space again is adding to the problem.
Yes, it is actually.
Is
Most
adding to
parents
the
don't see
problem.
this actually. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
I think are you asking me a question?
No, I'm saying what you're saying is right. Most parents don't see this. They publicly disgrace their teenagers, slap them in the public, beat them, and they see that as an act of discipline. Public. That esteem of the teenager is getting affected, but they don't realize it when they do such kind of thing. So it's actually a burden now. Michael, you can go ahead, please.
The truth of the matter is, we are not saying you should not correct your child. We are not saying we are not
Yes.
going to correct you, but we will correct you, number one, in a loving way. If you are not correcting in a loving way, you have missed it as a parent. You are allowed to discipline your child the way you deem fit to discipline your child, but make sure the child understands why you are disciplining him or her. Make sure the child is getting the message you are passing across. Make sure the child is ready to change. If you are disciplining a child and the child is not even accepting what you are giving, then you know you are getting it wrong somewhere. You should pause as a parent. That child has been disobedient. I don't really know the problem, the root of the problem. I don't know what the child did to the parents. But honestly, if that punishment was given in the house, it will have been more effective than what happened outside. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes,
So we are not giving room for disobedience. We are not giving room for being arrogant as a teenager. No, you can, as a child, make mistakes, but we parents too, we need to do more. We need to do more. Like I used to tell my child, I used to tell him, there are ways my parents brought me up. That was in our generation, and it worked. It worked. If not for those kind of discipline, maybe some of us will not be where we are today. But honestly, time changes. We are in a new generation. That's the truth. That's just the truth of the matter. We cannot shy away from the truth. Truth is, what we years ago when I was a teenager, what we knew that we thought we knew everything, honestly, is nothing compared to what the teenagers of this generation knows.
Yes, ma'am.
So, some people are dealing with you teenagers. Number one, be current as a parent. If you are not current as a parent, you will miss it in parenting. If you are not current, there are some parents they cannot engage in discussion with their children for 30 minutes. Meaningful discussion. They cannot talk academics. They cannot talk. I talk football with my boy. I'm an Arsenal fan.
Wow.
Yes. I became an Arsenal fan because of him. Because when he's engaging in something, and I am not interested in what he is engaging in, how do I influence him?
That's a great point there, man. Wow.
How do I influence him? How
Yes.
do I influence him? One problem we have as parents and as teenagers is the communication gap. Communication gap. The lack of communication, the communication breakdown has affected the relationship between parents and teenagers. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. There are some parents, they don't even have communication with their children.
Yes,
But we have less of now in this generation. Most parents, they are getting to understand that they need to have communication with the parents and with the children. But the truth of the matter is, how are you communicating with them? That's now the question on board. Not are you the question now has moved from are you communicating with your children to how are you communicating with your children? Because in our own days, our parents were not really communicating with us.
Yes.
So it has moved from are you communicating with your children to how are you communicating with your children? We understand that some parents understand that they should communicate with the children, but honestly, they don't know how to do that. So yes, now it is not communication, it is communication breakdown that we have. We don't have effective communication. We don't have this friendship. We don't have this bond between parents and their children.
Okay, mommy, please, sorry to interrupt you. Mommy, still on this communication.
Okay, I'm listening to you.
Communication issue, man. You know, like you said, now some parents now they've missed it to an extent. They didn't build a bond from when those teenagers were children. They didn't build that communication bond. And now these teenagers are now teenagers and they find it hard to trust their parents. They find it hard to open up to their parents concerning things. When we are in this teenage ministry, you definitely there are teenagers that are struggling with one addiction or the other, struggling with one problem or the other, and parents don't know. They are
Of
not
course,
aware
of course.
because they don't know how to communicate or how to bring their teenagers to talk to them, or they don't know how to create that environment whereby they can be free to communicate what they are going through. I myself, as a
Mhm.
teenager, I struggled with pornography for a long time. They didn't know I don't know how God did this. God made them to catch me. That was how they knew. That was
And
how
they
they
are
knew.
seeing you as a part, as a pastor, and then you're into that, and they never knew.
They never knew. And a lot of teenagers are in these shoes currently, go battling through one thing or the other, but they cannot open up to their parents. I normally do this Q&A every Saturday on my platform, and someone sent something recently. The person sent, she said, a lady, she said, I have had 5 abortions. Five. I've had five
Mm.
abortions, and I don't know how to tell my dad. My dad said he saw in a dream whereby I had an abortion, but I don't know how to bring it up to him. Now, when I saw that particular thing, it showed a lot of things to me. Number one, what will make you commit an abortion first time? You are not able to I was like, you're not able to be courageous enough to come to your dad and say, Dad, I made a mistake. This is what's happened. It's happened first time, second time, third time, fourth time, down to the fifth time. The dad has to see it in a dream to come and ask her, have you done abortion before? And now she's scared to even, okay, how will I even go about this thing? I don't know. Mommy, I don't know if you can help us just bring this understanding. Yes, there needs to be discipline. We cannot take that away. Definitely there must be discipline. But how can we okay, create that as parents now? How can parents create that environment whereby teenagers can be comfortable in opening up things to them, in communicating to them, having this free flow, and they are not scared, they are not disturbed, they are not worried that if I let my parents know about this thing, I'm dead. I'm just dead.
All right, all right. Like I was
Yes.
saying, the communication breakdown is there already. And that has led to what you are saying, to teenagers doing stuffs that you cannot even think of as parents. I cannot think of a teenager, a person who has not even clocked 20 to have 5 abortions. Are you getting my point now?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you getting? The thing is, the breakdown has gotten to a stage that we are sitting on a gunpowder as parents.
Mm. Mm.
We are sitting on a gunpowder. And thank God we have so many spiritual parents. And I know some of our parents are online now. Please, let's add prayers to what we are doing. We might feel we are
Yes.
doing the communication effectively on our side. The spiritual aspect is very, 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 very important. Thank
Mm.
God, God showed the man that the child is into abortion. Maybe the next one will have been the last for the child.
Mm. Yes.
Do you understand? Maybe that would have been the last. And thank God the parents had this revelation from God. It's because the parent is in communication with God.
Mm.
If not, God will not show the parent. But they are doing the spiritual aspect. They are not balancing it with the physical communication that they should have, the friendship they should have, the bond they have with them.
Exactly.
They are not balancing it. Some of us is the spiritual aspect we are doing more. And some of us is the talking, is the physical talking, the physical friendship we are doing more. We are not balancing the two. The two go
Mm.
pari passu. If you are not doing the two together, you will miss it somewhere.
Yes.
You will miss it somewhere. So if you really want to get the best out of your children as a parent, you have to be friends with them. Then don't judge them so quickly.
Mm.
Don't judge them so quickly. Listen attentively.
Mm.
Listen, don't communicate to so there are some people, even before you land, some parents, before their children land, once they start, they've started shouting, and the child will keep mute and will not talk.
Mm. So can come with slap.
The emotion is always there as parents.
Mm.
The emotion is always, if you are a good parent, the emotions are there. But learn
Mm.
to contain your emotion when speaking to you.
Mm.
Do you know what I do? In my own instance, when my child is talking to me and is not going down well with me, I'll say, God help. I'll be listening. I'll say, God help me to keep quiet here. Oluwadunsi, the Lord will able to keep them to that has helped. So I'll just keep
Mm.
quiet. I will listen to him. I will listen to him. And at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we get to a point that we solve the problem amicably. We solve it amicably. We talk like friends. Sometimes when you
Mm.
see myself and my out and we are moving out, the way we put his hand on my shoulder, you think he's my younger brother.
Um, um,
Yes. There are some parents, their child cannot even touch them.
yes, that fear. God.
So yes, so I think the way forward here is if you really want to be involved in the life of your children, of your teenage child, please, like I said, parenting is nurturing from childhood, is supporting them from childhood. So from childhood, be friends with them, correct them the way they should be corrected. It's in the Bible.
Mm.
I think it's in Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 4. It says, parents
Yes.
should not, I don't know. Let me see if I can get it here. I think it's
They
Ephesians
should not
chapter 6,
provoke
verse
their children to wrath.
yes, they
Yes,
should
ma'am.
not yes, yes. So parents don't like that part of the Bible.
You don't like it.
Is the part children honor your father and your mother. That's the
Yes,
only
that's
part
what
they
it
quote.
is. They pass very well.
They don't want to they don't want to read further to verse 4.
Mm.
So I think we should balance everything between parents and teenagers. Teenagers, they have their excesses, they can push you to the wall, they can do things that you don't even think of. They are prone to peer pressure. You can't even tell where they are going to. You can't even tell what they are coming with. The truth
Mm.
is, let's balance the spiritual aspect and the physical aspect. That's why we can get the best out of these children. We,
Yes, ma'am.
as parents, we know that we have a lot to do. We know that we are getting it wrong in some ways. And thank God, God has placed some people that have passion for this, for the teenagers. And so we are going out there to give them this information that honestly, if your child is not your friend, you are missing it.
Mm.
Go and ask our parents. Some of them are regretting the way they parented us. Do you know?
Yes. Actually, yes, ma'am.
But
Yes.
of course, they won't say it out.
Mm.
I read of an article. I read of an article. The woman said she's now a professor, and I think she's 60 years now. When she was younger, she became a professor at the age of, she became a professor before 40 years.
Mm.
And between ages that she was pursuing her career, every time the children needs her slogan was always, I am busy, I am busy, I am busy.
I have someone
Do you
like that
understand?
too. I have someone like that. Yes, ma'am. God.
Yes, sir. So the slogan is always, I am busy, I am busy. And so she was pursuing her career. She left the children with the caretaker, and that's how the children grew up without being close to their parents. So the thing was like that. And so when she grew up, of course, the children are now doing fine. None of them are in the country. We have one in South Africa and the other one maybe in the UK or in the US. They are just scattered all around like that, and they are all married, doing fine. One is a medical doctor, the other ones two are doing fine, two guys and a girl. So she said she wanted to do her 60th birthday, and of course, she was expecting so much from the children that they should celebrate her. Normally, you should celebrate your parents, they should celebrate her and everything. And on the a day before the birthday, they didn't give her the information that they won't be coming. And so a day before, she saw the message. She just woke up and saw the message of the first son. Mommy, I'm very, very sorry. I won't be able to make it down. My schedule is very
Mm.
tight. I am so.
Mm. Mm.
The second one, that message. Mommy, I would have loved to come, but I'm sending you big, big gift. Don't worry. But please, I will not be able to make it physically, and my family, we are so busy. That's the second
God.
person. And the
God.
third And the third one too, the girl that you feel okay, this should have a soft heart and she should
Mm.
show up. She said, "Mommy, you know I'm a doctor. I'm sorry, I'm on
Hey.
call. I might not be able to make my call. I'm sorry, this busy schedule. I need to really follow up this career. I'm so busy, mommy. I'm sorry, I'm very busy. And she realized that they strategically sent back a slogan to her. I am
The
so
same
busy.
slogan, the same words. Kai.
Are you getting?
Yes,
And she
ma'am.
said what really her most was when their father died, and none of them showed up for the burial.
Eh,
He said they were saying, "Mommy, instead of coming, flight tickets and everything, blah blah blah, millions. You will need the millions to do this. Let's send you the millions instead of coming down."
ah,
And they sent her millions. But what will million do at this stage?
what would you
She
do?
said
She
she's
don't do anything.
slowly at old age. So she was saying that, parents, please, I am begging you, create time for your children, be friends with your children. Old age is not easy to be alone. No, she was really lamenting. She was really, I was like, wow, this is big. This is big. The children
Ah,
you can't really blame the children. Of course, they are not arrogant. Of course, they are not disobedient. They have their lives to live now. But it's what you have sown that you are reaping.
yes,
This,
exactly, ma'am.
this the same slogan was sent back to her. And now her husband is not by her side. Her children are not by her side. She's
No one, no
alone.
one.
She needs,
Alone. God.
she needs that if she wants to enjoy her old age. So I really want to employ our parents, please, please, to really create this friendship. Might not be easy because these children too they go overboard. But
Mm,
honestly, if we create time to create this friendship, we enjoy it now and at
and
our old
later.
age.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Oh,
and
mommy,
later.
thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Guys, I hope you're learning something. No. If you've not shared the link, do well to share this link to every platform you belong to. Let your friends know, let your parents know. This podcast is not for teenagers, so parents and teenagers. Parents and teenagers. Let your parents know that something is happening. They need to hear this so they can treat you better. I with me. So share that
Yes,
link
so
to your friends out there. Share the link. Let them know that something is happening here. Right? Mom is giving us hot back to back. I'm really enjoying this. Okay, mommy, thank you so much for that first. You really gave the first gap between parent and teens struggle. So there's a major one that we have in this generation, and that is how like parents don't know how to. Okay, let me say social media. We have teenagers
yeah,
on
we
social
can
media.
get national difference.
Yes, social media, trends, all those things. But whenever you see a teenager with a phone, or let me say, example now, you have a teenager at home, and the parent just come and say, what are you doing? The first conclusion is, okay, you're on TikTok, you're on Facebook. That may be true, but at the same time, that person can be using that phone to read a Bible, to watch a video that will really inspire him or her on YouTube or any platform out there. But the first conclusion, my parents will always tell me, my mom, even up to now, he said every time, Wale, phone, Nisha. She see me with phone, she doesn't believe that I can read with my phone. Whenever she's see me with phone is I'm on social media, I'm on TikTok, I'm on this and that. So how do we balance that thing? Because during their own time now, they didn't understand that phone was not really there until started coming in, button phones, no advanced tech as what we have now in this generation. So how do we bring parents to realize that okay, as much as they're trying to bring a balance to your teenagers' life in the area of social media, this is also their time. This is a generation whereby social media cannot be ignored. You cannot just put it away and say okay because of this. But how do we still balance it that these teenagers are not distracted by social media and yet that is still appropriate to use to social media and parents are able to understand them that okay, I know this is your time, but nevertheless, I don't know if you get my point, man.
I get your point. I get your.
Yes,
All
man.
right.
So kind
So
of
we are in the era of social media, and of course, you know that we have the advantages and we have the disadvantages. And so now, if we want to balance this parents and teenage struggle in the area of social media, the truth of the matter is we cannot take social media from you people, from the teenagers. We cannot.
Yeah, so
It can be controlled.
can be controlled.
Yes, it can be controlled. Do you believe in almost all the groups that my son is on social media, I'm also there?
Wow. Mm.
There are sometimes I wasn't seeing his status on WhatsApp for a long time. I was like, shey this boy has blocked me. I was just being patient. Maybe he was not posting. So let me just calm down. Don't let me go. Let me just see. After like 1 week, if I don't see that status, I'm going to talk. I was losing my patience. At the same time, I was telling God, God help me. Oh, just show me the way how to go
Mm.
about. I must always voice status. So he cannot block me. So, but and I asked his dad. I said, please, oh, are you seeing this boy status? He now said he has not been. He has not seen it. I said, okay, I'm not the only one. I mean, maybe he has blocked the both of us. So if I as patient as I am, I'm the one that is being diplomatic here with him, and at the same time I want to get the truth. You
Yes.
understand? So I want to know
Yes, ma'am.
about it. But are you really thinking he has blocked us? This boy will come and meet me here today. How can he block us? I said, you calm down, calm down. Let's do let's be diplomatic about this thing. And when he came back, I was just I my husband, I don't talk here to let him calm down, let him go into the room, let him change up. He just came from school, just calm down. Then of course we don't allow him take the phone to school. We don't allow him. When he's going to school, he drops his phone. So when he came back, he picked up his phone, and I was not like, I said, so have you been seeing my status? He said, yes now. He said, you did not see that I've been checking your status recently. I said, me, I've not been seeing your own now. I want to like some things too there. That's I've not been posting now, mommy. I'm doing what I can do time now. I said, oh, thank God he did not block me.
Wow.
The method about it made him tell me the truth. Or he didn't even tell me the
Yes.
truth truth from our discussion.
Mm.
Are you still there?
Yes, ma'am. I will see, ma'am.
All right. So I got the truth from our discussion. And so that's why all these things boils down to good communication. The truth is, if you are not diplomatic about how you go about how you handle things with your children, you cannot get the truth out of them. They are so secretive. Teenagers are so secretive.
So secretive. Hey,
Teenagers are they are the
I
most
agree.
secretive human beings
Yes,
on earth.
I agree, ma'am.
If not diplomatic, if you don't allow, if you are not calm, if you are not patient with them, you cannot get anything from them. No matter how you think you have tried, they will tell you what they want to tell you. That's the truth. So this is the middle of a thing. That's why I said you should not be quick to judge your children. If you really want to get what they are doing on phone, don't be quick to judge them. Try and dialogue with them. Let them show you what they are doing on phone part time. If you are really interested in what they are doing at that moment, let them show you. If you see that your child cannot show you what is watching at the impulse at which you got that child, you should know there's something.
Yes.
If my child is in the room and I just burst into the room, I knock. I don't just burst into it because it's a male child. So I will knock the door. I won't tell him I'm the one. Who is there? Who is there? I know he'll have packed himself well, of course. Maybe he was doing something else on phone. I know you'll have changed it or something. But when I get in, the kind of phone he has, I know how to go to what he was doing before. So I'll just stylishly collect the phone, go through some small things and everything like that. And if I don't like it, there's a way I communicate. There's a way we talk about it. I beat him. Don't get me wrong. I discipline him well. When the needs arise, or resetting slap from African parents. Sometimes you people need the teenagers, we give you some resetting
Is
slaps.
it true?
And, what do you call it now? Tell me, sorry, Wabara from the back, at the middle of your back, where your hand cannot reach. I will give you like two. So we have that moments together, but at the same time, we have also moments where we share, where we talk, and most of his groups that he is in school, I'm on those groups. Why? Because it's not intentional, although it was not intentional. If his phone got spoiled at the time, so I had to release my phone to him to do whatever I wanted to do. So he added me to those groups, and I could follow up their conversation. There are some he removed me after he got his phone, and there are some he did not remove me. So you understand? Some parents now, because he has removed you, angry, you get overboard over that, which is not necessary. Because for me, along for a while, I've been seeing what they have been talking about. So if you remove me at this stage, I don't see it as a big deal because I know what you discussed on that group already.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if parents get the best out of our parents, social media is inevitable in this generation. They cannot do without it because there are so many educational stuffs on social media. Do we want to talk about AI? Do we want to talk about all YouTube where you get things to learn from? So we have the advantages and the disadvantages. And if your child is well trained, your child will get to know the advantages more than the disadvantages of social media, and that will give you rest.
Mm.
It's like train up a child in the way to go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. That Bible passage is because if you go into your research, you see that that Bible passage is so very real. Those children that are well brought up with God on the parent side,
Mm.
they come up well. We just have a little we have some of them that they are well trained and they will not still come out well, but we have just a little fraction of them. If we go into your research, we can't just jump into conclusion and say that no, and you can't say that every child that you train. No, 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 no. The thing is, we have most of these children coming out well that are well trained. So you have rest of mind as a parent when you train your child well, when you have communicated with your child well, when you have balanced the communication, when you have known everything, your control over independence and everything, you have balanced everything, the control and everything, you have balanced everything, then you can have rest. Even when your child, there are some parents, their children are abroad and they are doing very, very fine. Doing very, very fine. Who control what is that child is doing on social media in the US when you're in Nigeria?
That's
So
true.
sometimes you should even,
Mm.
if this child is not in the house, have I followed
Mm.
this child to the school for 3 months before and stayed with this child for just 3 days before? Do I know what he's doing in the school? Lord, I
No,
hand
not
over
at
this
all.
child to you. Part
Yes.
as a parent. Of course, not omnipresent, you are the omnipresent, you are the omnipresent, you are the omniscience. You know what is happening everywhere at the same time. I am just here in my house in Nigeria. God, you are with this child in Kaduna, you are in this child in Oshu, you are in this child in the US, you are in this child with the UK. Please perfect what I have done. Oh Lord, perfect what I have planted in this child. And God will see you through and God will answer those prayers. So I think social media is not inevitable, which parents should just not be judgmental. We should ask God for guidance on how to go about it. If you are seeing anything wrong in which your child is doing, know how to communicate with the child and correct that child because those child, they are no more children as such. They are our children. We gave birth to them, but they see themselves as adults too. That's the
Yes,
truth.
they do.
They see themselves as, and we cannot just erase the more we take some truths and swallow them as bitter pill, the better for us as parents.
Mm. I
The
agree
better
more.
for us as parents. Yes, these children are
Definitely.
seeing themselves as adults, and we cannot erase that. And that's why the
Yes, ma'am.
Bible had to put that in chapter 6, verse 4, that please don't provoke your children to anger because there are some stage that you can provoke your children to anger, and that might not lead to something nice for both parties. So I think balancing it will go a long way. We go a long way. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, mommy. Guys, I hope you are learning something. Go and invite your parents. Those of them on YouTube. And if you are there with them, let them stream with you as they are watching too. So, mommy, this leads me to the next point. You spoke about um, teenagers not being, or since themselves as adults not being children anymore. The next gap I think that we should look into is trust issues. Teenagers wants to be trusted by their parents, but it's looking as though parents don't want to trust teenagers. They get to that stage and they want to live life, they want to take decisions by themselves, they want to think by themselves, they want to go out there to do stuff. Now, is that particular phase of their lives? You understand that. But at the same time, parents don't trust them. Like, you are still too young for you to be doing some things, you are still too young for you to be taking some decisions, you are still too young for you to be living this kind of life. So they will like want to like still be fully in charge, fully control. Now, I'm not saying being in charge is wrong, but at the same time, reducing your influence over time and seeing that teenager handle life. You just watch, okay, how do you do this matter? How do you do this? How do you do this situation? It will help them build their self-esteem. But parents have that particular issue, trusting their teenagers to take some decisions, take some actions. They just want to cover everything. And this thing, it makes the teenagers feel like, you don't trust me. I'm at least I'm not the 10-year-old or 5-year-old or 6-year-old who used to do anyhow. Now I'm grown up. But some parents don't still understand this. So how can we close that gap of trust between parents and teenagers? Teens want to be trusted, they want to live life, they want to do things. Yet parents don't want to trust them because they still feel these guys are still they are still children. They see them at this omodelele, omode ni won. In fact, I'll go for let me say churches when I go for Sunday services and you are seeing some parents talk and I'm seeing some teenagers. Ah, our mother, these children, where are they? Me, I'm not mother. I'm 16-year-old. I'm not a child anymore. I'm 17-year-old. We are not mother. We are teenagers. They want to just feel as though, okay, I'm an adult now. I'm no longer a child that you'll be treating anyhow. That feeling. So how can we like bridge that gap between parents and teenagers? They can know that, okay, this my teenager is not a mother again. He's no longer a child. She's growing up. He's growing up. And so teenagers can also help to trust their parents also. How can we close that gap now?
Yeah, thank you. The truth is, you are Omode. You always be Omode.
Benny, our mommy.
Am I an adult?
Yes, ma, you are.
And am I still my parents?
No, not to. You are still their child.
Am I a child to my parents?
Yes, ma. Like their child, biologically, you're a child to them.
Biologically, I'm their child. In all areas of life, am I still their child?
Yes.
And can they correct me as their child?
Yes.
Am I communicating now? Are you getting my
Yes, ma.
point?
I'm guessing it now, ma.
Yes. The truth is, a child will always be a child in the hands of the parents. You have, of course, you are teenagers, you are becoming adults, and it's just normal for you to have these changes in your body, to have changes in your mood, to have changes in everything that concerns you. It is just normal for you to react that way, that now I'm now an adult. Now I think I can think for myself. I think I can do this for myself. I think my parents should not influence me in this. And I think my parents should not do that and that. I think I can make some decisions for myself. I think I can make some choices for myself. Of course, you can, but you're not as experienced as your
Yes.
parents.
That's true, ma.
The truth is, we might not be as what should I call it now? As enlightened as you are now in your generation. But I don't know how to say this bad age. There's an adage that says be right. Or I don't know how to put it now. There's an adage like that. That what your parents have used in the next if even if you're 100 years and your parents are still alive, you cannot use it
Mm.
because you can get their age. that age difference, that experience, that difference, that maturity can never be taken away. My father is I think 31 years older than I am. What
Wow.
can I do on earth to beat that gap? Is it possible?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
At
So
all.
even though I am an adult, even though I have a teenage child already, I am still a child to my own parents. And so there are some advice he will give that after I sit down to weigh those advice, he can only advise me at this stage anyway. He can only advise, he cannot impose anything on me again. I'm an adult. Do you understand? And the same thing goes to our teenagers. We parents at some point, we cannot impose again, we only advise. Are you getting it? And that's
Yes,
where that
ma'am.
trust issue comes in. Over time, if you have always been imposing, we have different types of parenting. We have authoritative, we have authoritarian, we have permissive.
Mm.
Are you?
Mm. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
So the authoritative is a kind of balance. There's discipline, and at the same time, there's communication.
Mm.
Do you understand? I think kind of
Yes, ma'am.
I imbibe. So there's discipline, there's friendship. We are balancing those two together. But the authoritarian parenting, they are the ones that is what I want that I want to. You cannot change it.
Mm.
And that's where the trust issues comes in. When you keep imposing things on your children, either good or bad, and you're not even ready to weigh your options, you're not even ready to think about what you are imposing on them, it might affect them. It might bring the trust issue on board. But the permissive parenting, these are the parents that they allow anything goes. My child says he wants tea, yes, I give him tea. My child says no, yes, it is no. My child says it is yes, yes, it is yes. Those are permissive parents. Are you getting me now?
Yes, ma'am.
So the thing is, teenagers should know they are still children in the hands of their parents. And that experience, they cannot take it away. They cannot, no matter how long they live on earth, they cannot bridge that gap, that age difference, that age gap. They cannot bridge those experiences that their parents have before they got to this world. Although you came to
Yes.
this world and you became illiterate, maybe your parents are illiterate, you became illiterate, you are more enlightened, you know more than you feel you know more than they do, but that does not subject you to you be disobedient. That does not subject you to you being weighing their options because they will give you advice. Sit down. For example, thank God for some teenagers that they know God for themselves now. This generation, I really thank God for how God is dealing with teenagers. Most of the teenagers, you see them being on fire for God, they know God for themselves. And so when they have parents that are not born again, when they have parents that don't know God, and they are kind of imposing or some kind of advice on them, and they know that that's not the way. As teenagers, to go about it is not that you should be rude. It's not that you should challenge your parents. It's not that you should be arrogant and say that no, this is what the Bible says. No, no, that's why the Bible says honor thy father and your mother. And there's a blessing to that, so that your days will be long on
Yes.
earth. So no matter how you feel your parents don't know, no matter how you feel your parents don't understand, please, as a teenager, don't be arrogant. Don't be disobedient. There's a way you present your case. And as a reasonable parent, they will take it in, even though you are a teenager. Even though you are a teenager. So it's not by saying, no, you don't know what I know. No, what do you know, mommy? And you are being disobedient, you are being rude, you are being arrogant. It might lead to something else. So I think that trust issue that you mentioned for teenagers to have trust in their parents, parents too should try and help them gain that trust, because if over time you don't build that relationship that will make them trust you, they will not trust you. They will not trust you. There are sometimes, let me give you another example. Sometimes your child will tell you, "Mommy, please, oh, this is between me and you."
Mm.
I'm not before you know it, the next day, 5 people have heard about it. They are calling the child already. The child might not trust you anymore. It is better you tell the child, oh, her, than say, I'm not keeping it to myself. Oh. What you are telling me, I cannot keep it to myself. This person will know it. And there, both of you can discuss about it. Mommy, don't let this person know. Okay, you can let this person know. Mommy, don't tell this person. Okay, why are you telling me not to tell this person? I think this person should help you in this way if this person knows about it. Let's tell this so that this person can pray more with us. Let's tell this person. This person can give you more advice. No, we won't tell this
Ah,
person because you understand. Is that
yes, man.
communication that you have with your child to trust you? But when you have this feeling that no, don't worry, I won't tell anybody. Don't you shall suffer me, need suffer anybody. I won't tell
Mm.
anybody. And you made the child trust you so much, and after telling you everything the child has, wants to tell you, you now spill everything out to everybody that you think you can tell. The trust issue will not be there. Oh.
Yes, it's
It
not
will
at
not.
all.
It will not come back because teenagers, when they lose interest in something, for it to come back, it
Mm,
is very
it takes time.
difficult.
It takes time.
And that's why if you are successful in getting an addiction from a child at a teenage age, then you are successful forever. Because at that stage, if that child loses interest in that addiction, they don't really go back to that.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
one addicted to something else. Do you understand?
Yes, man.
Yes. So that's the thing. So if you want your child to trust you, please create that environment for trust. Create that
Mm.
environment for trust. Let them be able to trust you. If my child wants to tell me something, I said, Mommy, don't let daddy knows about it. And I said, see, it depends on what you want to tell me. Oh.
Mhm.
That's what I yes. My husband is my husband, and we don't keep secrets from ourselves. So if
Not
something
at
that I
all.
can handle, if it's something on my own that daddy does not need to know about, if it's very minimal, very mild, we can go about it. Don't worry, it's between us. So many things that are between both of us that we know. But this one, no, that you want to tell me, if it's so much that I cannot do it alone, I will not promise you that I will not tell your daddy or any other person. And that's the truth. So, okay, when we discuss and he tells me what anything he wants to tell me, I'll just say, okay, this one, no, your daddy will know about it. You know, your grandpa knows more about this part. He will know about it too.
Mm.
Your uncle, this your uncle, this my younger, he will know about it. These three people must know about it because they are men. So when he now say, mommy, no, I don't want grandpa to know. I don't want grandpa to know. Okay, you can tell uncle, so. You can tell my daddy, but don't tell grandpa. I say, okay,
Mm.
why should I tell grandpa? Why should I remove grandpa from it? Grandpa loves me more than what you are. I will disappoint him. So I'm getting his point. I know where it's coming from. Why he does not want me to
Yeah.
tell this person.
God.
Are you getting
Yes, man.
trust? I tell my mom anything, and we can discuss it, and there will be solution to it. Even if she's telling
Mm.
another person, she's intentional about who she's telling, or she's intentional about how she's presenting those things. And of course, we parents should be so diplomatic that we should know how to present our cases.
Mm.
When your child tells you something and you want to react to it, know how to present it to another. If it will mean that you try to fight some things about it, this is not lying. No, I'm not saying that I should cover the child up. No, but there's some information that my child gives me. Maybe if my child gives me 100% information, I give the dad 95%.
Mm.
When the dad wants to come in, he will come in such a way that we can all benefit from him,
Mm.
from what is giving us as advice, both from the
Mm.
for the child and for me. And so that's how the trust builds up. And to get to a point that your child, before making any decision, before making any choice, we want to talk to you about it because that trust issue has gotten to the peak. So I think, have I answered your
Wow.
question?
Yes, mommy. Thank you so much. I'm really enjoying you. Thank you so much. It just means that we don't have to wrap this up soon because of time.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, mom. Okay, mommy, let's just do this last one. You've said a lot of things, sincerely. It's just as though you've answered a lot of questions, you've bridged a lot of gap, you've given a lot of solutions to these gaps. But in just
Yeah.
one word, or let me just say in an advice, just what would be your advice to parents? What would be your advice to the teenager, to a struggling parent trying to have that friendship with or her teenager, his teenager, then with the teenager trying to have that friendship with her parents. So what would be your advice for the both of them?
Okay, all right. So for parents, my advice would be that if you're a struggling parent that don't have this relationship with your child, um, please take it easy with yourself. You are not alone in this. We have so many parents out there than your shoes. So don't think that you are there alone. Um, work towards what we have discussed. And of course, you can seek for professional help. You can seek for counseling on how to go about it. You might not be able to do it on your own. The counseling may be your spiritual head, maybe professional in this line who knows about teenage and parenting. So please, you are not alone. The Lord will come through for every one of us as parents. We will get it right
Amen.
with our children and our teenagers
Amen.
and sit with them. And in the general, I want to advise that please be a role model to your child. If you are not a role model to your child, it will be difficult for you to say anything that the child will take it in. So please be a role model to your child. Be intentional in your parenting. Know what you want to get from that child. And please, let me quickly ship this in. All your children are not the same.
Yes,
All your
ma'am.
children are the same. Even twins, they are not the same.
Mm.
Your triplets are not the same. Taye is different
Mm.
from Kendi.
Yes.
Please don't handle them and study every child that you have given birth to. Please
Mm.
try and study child. There are some that are so quiet. There are some that are so they are extroverts. Are introverts. Please just try and study your children. You don't handle all children the same way. Please know their peculiarities. Know what they have. Know what God has given them. Know their talents. Know everything. And please nurture your child individual. Nurture your children individually. Don't nurture them together the same way because no child is the same as the other. Please, so be a role model to your child and also be intentional in your parenting. Then also for the last time, I've said it before, please, if you need help, seek professional help. And for our teenagers and for our children, please, the Bible says, honor your father and your mother. Honor. You know the meaning of honor?
Mm.
To honor them is to respect them. To honor them to be obedient. To honor them is to do everything you think that can make them happy. That's how to honor your parents. Please honor your father and your mother. He said, so that your days may be long on earth. The Bible is so true, and you cannot change anything from the Bible. He said he honors his word even more than his name. So everything that is in that book is so real. So please honor your father and your mother so that your days will be long. We know you are becoming adults, but like I said earlier, you are still children in the house of your parents. You are children in the house of parents. If they are advising you, if they are talking to you, please calm down, soak it in. If you are a child of God, pray about it, know how to go about it, seek for
Mm.
advice,
True.
go and meet them in another, you don't understand what they're saying at that moment. Communicate with your parents. If your parents are not bringing this communication, you take the communication to them as teenagers, as children, and you will see that they will accept you, they will dialogue with you, and everything will be fine. So please be good children to your parents, be good seniors. You are growing, there are so many changes, peer pressure are there, everything is affecting you outside there, and you want to handle everything together at the same time. I just want to pray that the Lord will help you, that you not miss
Mm.
it at this age in Jesus.
Amen. 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 Thank you so much, mommy. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you so much. This has been awesome. Sincerely, I learned afresh. I learned new things. I'm not a father yet, but I learned how I'm going to be discussing with my son few years from now. Okay, son, this is the way, this is the way. But sincerely, your strategy is an awesome one. I love your strategy on how you deal with your son. Sincerely, I was really impressed by the things you said about talking to him and bringing matters up with him. Sincerely, I learned a lot. Thank you so much, Ma. I'm sure the teenagers learned something too. Please don't forget to share the link of this video to your parents. Let them watch it. Let them know how to treat you better. Let them understand what they are doing. Right? Let them understand. It will really help the relationship to work between the both of you. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you so much, ma'am. I look forward to having such sessions with you. Sincerely, Ma, I look forward to having such amazing sessions with you about teenagers, about parents, and other things as God helps us. I look forward to it, ma. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Mama. So, guys, this
So
we've come to
Wale,
the end of
me,
yes, ma. We've
I'm
come to the end of the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Mommy, the name of our ministry is Prolific Teens Initiative. Very soon they're going to launch out fully,
prolific
like
creative.
Teens Initiative, yes. So watch out for them. Very soon they're going to have their social media handles out and on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok. Ensure to follow. Ensure to follow. They've been doing a lot of massive things in Akure. My God, a lot of massive things. Jesus. Mommy sent me some pictures. I was like, wow, this is massive. This is massive. Follow her on our socials. You will learn a lot and you'll be glad that you did. Thank you so
Okay,
much,
let me
ma'am.
just say
Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
we are just coming to Nakure now. So we are just the thing has been there underground. That thing has been there. That burden, that passion for teenagers has been there underground, and I think I'll be functioning in the teenage church. You understand? So, but I just God recently God was telling me to take it further to the world, not just in the four walls of your church alone. So take it outside there. So anytime from now, we are going to create those social media handles, and I will send it to Pastor Wale. You will send them to your group so you can do well to follow. And there's a special program that I want to have this coming month, July 26th. The theme of the
Yes.
program is decisions and choices. Decision and
Mm,
choices. If you're an Akure, you do well to attend. Please, parents, let your teenage children attend. It's going to be an explosive one. I'm going to share the flyer with him. He's going to send it out. Then you join you register through a link that will be sent to him too. Please let them be part of this. This is part of where professionals can help you if you cannot really do it as parents. You
yes,
cannot
ma'am.
do it all as parents. Find outsiders to talk to your children. Most times their brains to reset more when outsiders talk to them
Mm,
more than their parents.
yes.
Let some
Yes.
more to talk to children, let them attend programs like this that will excite them, and at the same time they get the spiritual and they get the spiritual backing from there, they get the physical, but everything they want is in this kind of programs. Please let them attend. It's on 26th of July. That's next month. The theme is choices and
Yes,
decisions.
ma'am.
It will take place in at a Redeemed Church, the headquarters for Province 60 Olufum. I will send in the flyer. You see all the details on the flyer. I am so happy reaching out to thousands of teenagers and thousands of parents out there this morning. I am so grateful, Pastor Wale, for bringing me on board. I pray that we have more
Mm,
things to do together to impact lives of teenagers and their parents in Jesus' name. Thank you.
amen. Amen. Thank you, ma. Thank you so much, and we're glad to have you. Okay, guys, see you next week or the next time we're going to have something like this. You'll see a flyer that will be out. Bye bye, ma. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Yes, ma.